And we're back with not game two, game one of the second series of the Asian tournament. Heroes Evolved here. Luminous versus Keraton. I'm here
Yeah.
joined by Shandakan, who just probably made himself a coffee because it's very early for us here. We're looking
Oh yeah.
forward to some good games though. I mean, I am.
Oh yeah. I got my coffee ready for these next matches. It's gonna be hopefully a hype series. So who we have Luminous versus
Keraton,
Keraton.
yeah.
So I don't know too much about these teams. Not really sure what kind of heroes they like to play or.
Well, let's talk about just what we've seen from the Asian tournament in general from the last two series. And they do seem, I mean, we saw the team that did win in EU. They ran no attack damage ranged carry in any other comps and took the competition. And over here in Asia, we are seeing teams run these attack damage carries. Mainly Vince, who's been on top, but we have seen Pyrus and as well Aiden being picked up. So that's a little bit different than what we saw from winning teams in Europe.
Yeah, so they are running comps with range carries, which I think is the way to go. But Shaolin, they kind of showed us otherwise. So
Yep. And we're getting into the draft here. So let's see this. Luminosity is LXS and Keratin is EUE, just to clarify for everyone. And we see Ezrath instantly banned. They probably saw how strong it was in that last game. And I mean, he was banned in the very first series as well of the last game. And Ares being banned also. And Ares 100% ban rate right now in this tournament. Freya as well, 100% ban rate. So pretty standard bans coming out here so far.
yeah, Una getting banned out there.
Yeah,
Very strong mid laner.
clears waves very fast.
Yeah, and big AoE burst and AoE stun, which is pretty nuts late game for team fights. They are hovering the gene. This would be a pretty good ban, although they do have first pick. So
Yeah, I mean they do ban the Gene and they ban the Minos from the side of
ooh,
Keratin here,
Lotus. So we did see Lotus a lot in EU.
and we
I think it
saw
was
it work.
ATA that ran it
Yeah,
quite a bit.
it's very strong hero. Very can be very defensive as well as just setting up big wombo combos. So, but kind of surprised to see it come out first. Maybe there's a bit some other picks that could be picked up first over top of Lotus. But you know what? I'm gonna just say I believe in it. I really do like Lotus. I think it's a strong pick, and I really like the way ATA used it in the European qual or championship. Sorry, and I think Luminous might be able to do well with it.
Yeah, I think Lotus is a really good pick, alternative to Jean,
Mhm.
because pretty much the same play style where you can use her ult as engage or disengage, and you can also heal up your carries, or if anybody were to jump on to your carry, you have that confuse. You can drop the ult and create space for your carries. So we'll just have to see if they can use this Lotus the way they want to.
Yep, and Electros picked up. We haven't seen much of Electros, but he is very strong. He's very assassin oriented. Can just sprint in, get off his one punch, basically one punch KO, and he can blow someone up. And looks like a Rockman and Pyrus being picked up. I'm not sure I like Luminous's draft that much, just because they don't have a lot of
They're too squishy.
stuns. Yeah, and they're very squishy. Unless Electros does go, I've seen Electros go these big tanky builds because he doesn't need a lot of damage items. I just don't feel like they have enough CC coming out. I think I'm preferring Keratin's lineup here. They have the Lu Bu, they have the Lunaria to kite for herself. Poseidon's ultimate can also kite for this team, and Wolfram can just go and blow people up. Very weak lineups coming out from both though in terms of hard engage.
Yeah, I think I favor Keratin's lineup a little bit more. I think this Wolfram is going to come out huge this game. that Wolfram's gonna have to dive into their backline, blow up Crystal or Pyrus right away. Um, but I don't know. At the same time, we've seen Lotus do a lot of work keeping her carries alive in EU. So I guess we'll just have to see how it plays out. I am favoring Keraton's lineup a little bit more though.
Yeah, I think the thing here is the idea behind Luminous's lineup is just like a kind of a poke lineup. They have these Crystal and Pyrus kind of just setting up poke, and with Rockman just being a little frontliner, also doing poke damage with his Starfall. So I can see it working, but if they do fall behind, it's gonna be very, very hard for them to get anything done. So standard here now, people just getting buffs. Lotus picks up the defense buff. Rail Farm gets a gold buff, so he is taking the last hits actually in this top lane from Aiden. And I think it's just because he has the gold buff. I think it's a little smart move there from Keraton.
I'd like to see Electros just sit in this lane pretty much all game, just split push towers and force TPs. That way they can make plays around the map.
And before this game gets very intense and we get straight into it, I just want to mention, most likely after this game, me and Sean might be answering some questions in chat. I saw a bunch of people asking questions over the break. Sorry we couldn't get around to it. We were just going over some stuff with admins and figuring out what was going on with the lobby. But we will answer some questions possibly after this game or during the next break. So sorry we weren't able to answer all your questions, but we'll get around to it. But let's head back into this game. Luminous just pushing bot lane, just shoving the waves. Both bot lanes actually. Poseidon just using his wave clear, and Pyrus using his as well.
Oh, looks like we're gonna go on to
Rockman. He's dropping low. Can this be first blood? Ooh, no. And the TP kind of scares Wolfram to dive any further.
I'd like to see Wolfram just because he is dueling up here with the Aiden. I'd like to just see him clear jungle instead, rather than steal farm from the Aiden. Because there are a lot of jungle camps right now, like the bot, the entire bot side. It looks like he's gonna be engaged on the bot lane.
That's a good decision from Keraton.
Nice little poke there coming out from Luminous.
Yeah, I like the decision for them to back off there. I mean, it's always nice to steal the enemy buff, but I think they play it very smart there. I know a lot of teams will try to hard engage on stuff like that. Let's get back into this though. Big ult coming out from Lunaria, and Wolfram jumps in. Pyrus dropping so low. Dubu just jumps in the backline. Double kill for Boo. Boo. 3 kills out now. Good play there from Keraton. Electro's dropping so low. Wolfram almost dies to tower.
But he does have the defense buff.
Huge play. Dragon is up. Holy, that just happened out of nowhere. Lunaria landing a huge ultimate from over here, just so far, and it lands on 2 people. Allowed Wolfram to go in with Lubu, and they just blow up and get 2 kills. They trade 2 for 3.
Yeah, very good rotations coming out from both teams. That was a pretty insane fight for 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Pyrus just dropped so low, so quick. He wasn't able to actually just turn around and do damage. He was just running the whole time. Wolfram able to just jump in with Dubu or Lubu. God, man, I gotta stop saying Dubu. That guy's name just gets stuck in my head. But with Lubu jumping in as well, just
Yeah, it seems like the series is gonna be pretty hype.
Wolfram jumping in on bottom lane also. No kiting ability from Pyrus. He just gets blown up by Poseidon. But Poseidon's gonna keep diving. Does ulti Crystal back in. Gets dropping so low. Poseidon just runs and dies to Rockman. Rockman getting stunned by Lubu, who keeps going in here. Aiden pops his ultimate, trying to do damage, but Electro's doing so much work. Can he get this? Looks like they just kind of trade a kill for each. But that Poseidon ult was very good for onto the Crystal, but they weren't able to blow her up right away.
Yeah, Lunaria, she used all her AoE damage, and they just had no follow up for that stun.
Wolfram instantly TP'd bottom, pushed the wave though, so they're gonna get some power damage out here. Dragon was dropped by he isn't. Dragon's actually still up.
Still up, yeah.
It's been up for around almost 2 minutes now, so.
Poseidon, gotta be very careful he doesn't get iced here. So both teams grouping around Dragon right now. But Rockman, it looks like he is going to initiate. Will he go in? Nope. He's just going to clear the wards, get some vision control. Poseidon, he is scouting it. They know that they're doing it right now. Lubu, he has to go in, but Dragon. Oh!
Almost stole there.
Almost got the snipe there.
Yeah, they are going in. Lubu.
He's doing so much AoE damage with Electros. He is in their backline, causing some nuisance. Wolfram gonna initiate onto Electros. He's going down really low though. Poseidon, he needs to kite back. Wolfram.
Yep, look in the bottom lane though. Yep, he does die. Look in the bottom lane though. Keraton split pushing very well. Get a free tower as well, making the trade a little more even here.
Yeah, Luminous, they gotta try and react and force something here. Maybe get a tower of their own. It looks like they are gonna be pushing top though, but there are members from Keraton right now. Not sure if but he does get ice. Lubu really low. They're all extremely low. They gotta back up.
Yeah, half health roughly. Get big poke out coming out here from Crystal.
Oh, but
Aiden trying to be a little initiator.
Aiden really low. He is gonna die to the tower. Ooh, a little bit of a misplay there.
Yeah.
Getting caught out.
I actually missed that. What was he doing there? He was trying to take the mid tower?
Yeah, he was trying to get mid tower. And he popped his illusion. And when he was running, he got really low. So he blinked back to his illusion under tower.
Oh,
and it
God.
killed him. But he is getting good tower damage. Like, he got the bot tower. Mid tower is very low. So it'll set his team up for mid game to take that pretty easy. Although Aiden went down, he is doing some good damage around the map.
Yeah, he's putting a lot of presence around the map, split pushing constantly, trying to take these towers, just trying to get something out of the map while his team's kind of losing these team fights. So I'm liking it. They're only 2k behind, and they are a tower behind they're a tower up, but they did lose Dragon and they're behind in kills. So partially because of him.
Oh, Poseidon just used his ult on nothing.
Wow.
This could be really bad for Keraton right here if Luminous decide to push mid, but they gotta wait for that Poseidon ult to get back up before they can fight.
Looks like, oh no, Piaris looked like he was gonna TP top, but I think he's just gonna go push out bottom lane. Rockman getting a free tower here in the top lane. Godzilla just taking down towers just like he's supposed to. In the movies, he's doing it as well in this game.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a misplay by Poseidon there, because now they can't fight for another minute or so.
Yeah, probably like 30 seconds at this point.
Yeah, he literally shot it at nothing. I think he just misclicked, but it's a little bit unfortunate. Now they can't force anything, but Aiden, he does get height really low.
This Crystal putting in work. No one understands how the freeze mechanic works on Crystal. After she lands a couple of stacks from her abilities, she gains stacks onto those heroes, and after I think it's 4 or 5 stacks, they do get frozen. So can't be getting hit by that poke. Lotus ults here actually on Wolfram and Poseidon. Poseidon drops so low, Wolfram as well. They are TPing in. Could they get these kills? But Crystal just doing this long range poke does end up Poseidon. Wolfram gets healed up. Can he get out of there? No! He gets instantly blown up. They're just diving here. Luminous just dives. Rockman taking the tower. Electros goes in. Blows up another person. Lunaria dies as well. Oh, this is a disaster coming out for Keraton. The chase is just real right now. Luminous.
That Rockman taking so much damage for Electros to just get in there and do some burst damage. And you can see the power of Lotus here. She is popping her ulti, or she's popping her healing so that, you know, they can just sustain and be able to push mid towers.
Yes, something we never mentioned in the draft. Like, if you actually look at their draft, they have a lot of chase. Electros is very quick. Rockman as well has a sprint mechanic and can chase, while Crystal just slows them down while they're chasing. And they also have Lotus to catch them out in these fights. She basically used her ultimate to allow her teammates to TP in, and they just chase down Wolfram and Lubu. Or sorry, and Poseidon rather. So
this Electros, he does come on early, so he doesn't, like you were mentioning before, he doesn't really need damage items. And if you can see his build here, he's 5-0-3 with pure tank items.
Yeah, he's going to tanky build.
He's able to just dive backline with Rockman.
It's more just for the chase, and they do get a free Dragon Luminous. It's just for the chase and the scare he has off his punch, off of his passive. So I'm really liking this from Luminous.
Rockman is actually going to do some split pushing of his own.
Yeah, Rockman, as much as a hero, I did not expect it to be doing well. He's doing really well in this tournament.
But Electros.
Ooh, he
He's
couldn't
just
get the
diving right through towers.
yeah. He couldn't get the Dubu tried to get the stun off as Electros's sprint was wearing off because he is immune, like immune to control spells. But they
Look at
couldn't
Rockman
find it.
here.
Mid lane, Lotus dropping really, or sorry, Pirates dropping really low. Poseidon dropping solo too. Good ult there from Lotus. Gets a stun off. Wolfram does end him, and he does. Wolfram gets a second kill. Double kill there from Wolfram. They're trying to keep it going though. They need this. Wolfram diving hard. They can't get the Rockman or the Electros. Too tanky here. Top lane tower is getting damaged by minions. They are pushing this mid lane though. Wolfram is diving so hard right now, but Godzilla, you just can't take him down. Good turn of events for Keraton.
Keraton.
Yeah, Zakar is up too. They're looking to do it. I like this. No vision out here from Luminous either. This could be big for Keraton.
Yeah, they really need this Zakar here. Also,
TP's flying in.
During that fight, Rockman actually.
Electros just jumps in. He's going in. Zakar dropping solo. Big ult there from Lunaria. Hits 3 men. Zakar solo, just doing damage though. Nothing's happening right now. Zakar gets solo. Good kill there from Crystal on the Poseidon. Wolfram dies as well. Wolfram. Oh, sorry. Zakar is still so low. You just can't kill him. Good heal there. Oh, good little pop there from Lunaria, but she is gonna just instantly drop to Electros and Pyrus. Oh, what a misplay from Keraton. Zakar so low. Was tanking Zakar the whole fight and they just get decimated.
Yeah, Wolfram and I think Lunaria, they were focusing the Zakar the entire time. They got super low and then Electros just went in and blown up, but it looks like they are gonna dive tier 3 here. Electros pops his ulti, instantly blows up Hayden there. They do get that mid tower as well. Looks like they're gonna try and push high ground here. Electro's really low, but Lotus keeping them alive. The bull does run right over Lubu. He does get instantly blown up. Wolfram dies.
Oh, good ult there.
Oh, but Electros, he is gonna fall in tower.
No, he isn't. He actually survives. The big heal coming out from Lotus. Oh, this game's starting to turn for the worse now for Keraton. It looked so good for them just maybe 2 minutes ago, and now it's starting to look very bad for them. 20k behind roughly, and I don't. What do you think they have to do here? Just play their high ground advantage?
Yeah, they're gonna have to, but it's pretty hard at this point when you know your mid tower is that low. You can't really play high ground advantage anymore. But I feel like they gotta just work picks and try not to get caught out. Like they should be backing up here under tier 3. There's no way they can defend this. If they try and take a fight here, they're just gonna get instantly blown up. But looks like Electros
they just
might actually engage.
Lunaria does use her ult there, but Lotus just heals it up.
Yeah, I'm not sure that ulti was that efficient there, but Lotus and Zakar both gonna instantly heal that ult damage up.
Oh, huge jump in. Rockman just jumps to the tower. Aiden's dropping very low. He is in the back of Lotus with a huge 3-man ult. Does pop it. Poseidon does drop in the back of the Wolfram trying to get damage done, but Crystal does freeze him. It is a 3 for 2 right now. Looks good right now for Keraton. Drops solo. Electro's the only one alive in a 1-on-1. Does get the tower for free, so a 4 for 4 actually turns out really well for Keraton. Wolfram doing so much work in the backline.
Yeah, that's a fight they really needed for Keraton, but it was a little bit unfortunate that they have mega creeps now. It's gonna be a little bit harder to defend.
Yeah, super creeps in the mid lane, right?
That was actually a great fight for Keraton, and it's one step closer to regaining control in this game.
Yeah. Wolfram did a lot of work there actually, and so did Poseidon, just causing so much distraction in that backline and doing so much damage. Poseidon did fall, but they took him so long to bring him down with his invincibility that it was just kind of like them trying to peel and do damage to someone that is very hard to kill. And Wolfram was just outputting so much damage on these Crystal and the Crystal and the Pyrus. So well played there from Ingen, the Wolfram player. Dragon does get killed by Luminous here.
I'm actually surprised it went that well for Keraton as it did, because Lotus landed like a huge ulti that fight. I think she hit 4 people and confused 4 people. So that was really well played from Keraton to turn that around and get an even trade.
Yeah, they're gonna have to defend here again. Electro's just kind of just running into the middle.
Yeah, he's so tanky right now, but Rockman looks like he is going to initiate big AoE damage to Lubu. Lubu's actually going in ham in the backline. He does pop his reflex, but he gets instantly dropped. There's the Anubis by Nunaria. They can't dive on him anymore. Rockman, he does go down though. Oh, but Wolfram, he gets instantly blown up. And Electros, he's just diving in the backline. Lotus so far in there. Oh, but he is going to heal up.
I think this is game. Good fight there from Luminous in game 1. Does fall to Luminous versus Keraton. Well played by Luminous there. They just kind of went in there, and I think the Lu Bu went in a little too ham in that last fight. He kind of just went in by himself into the backline. He actually did a lot of great damage, but Lotus was able to heal them up, and he had no follow up. That he kind of just died for no reason. Even Lunaria hit a very good ult off the back of it, but I don't think it was just wasn't enough.
I think, well, Lubu, he didn't really have a choice. I feel like if he was going to stay with his team and pop his reflect, he would just be reflecting damage from their tanks, which would do no damage. So I think he tried to dive onto their carries, and once they would output a lot of damage onto him, he would pop the reflect and it would do like the same amount back to them, try and blow up their carries. But there's Luminous, they're just so tanky. Like their lineup was really well thought out. I really like the Electros pick. He was always TPing around the map, super tanky, diving towers, causing a lot of, nuisance around the entire map. You would just keep TPing from lane to lane, split pushing and diving towers. It was just a really well thought out lineup.
Yeah, I really like the chase mechanic they had, and they kind of like the thing about chasing when what happens in a lot of team compositions is usually when you chase you receive a lot of poke damage, but that's where Lotus plays a huge factor. So even though they're getting poked out by, let's say, Lunaria and this Poseidon while they're getting chased, Lotus is just able to heal them up and allows them to keep chasing with Crystal Maiden slows. So
Yeah, if ever they were in a bad situation, Lotus, she had her ulti ready.
hmm
And if they were to dive towers, Lotus was ready to just heal her team up. So I really liked the semi tank and semi like supporty lineup coming out of Luminous. I think it worked really really well. They were able to dive towers, just take full control. Like it was just really well played.
yeah, to be fair, I never gave their lineup as much credit as I could like think about it, but their lineup makes so much sense when you just like look at the way it works with so much chase, so much heals and like sustain with Electros and Rockman just being these frontliners while these three guys in the back line peel for each other and do so much damage. It really was, but I want to see more stuns and hard engage come out from Keratin maybe next game if Luminous does run another lineup like that. I think that could really be their downfall.
Yeah, and I really like Pyrus's item build that game. His last item, or his second last item, he picked up an Emperor's armor,
hmm
which is actually huge for his team because it gives that aura off to the Rockman and to the Electros, which could really use that armor aura. I think it's like just really well thought out, like in terms of their team comp and their item builds. I think it's really really well played.
Yeah, so we're gonna head for a quick 5 minute break. I'm getting word that the next lobby will be up in around 7 minutes. So ask your questions in chat, and when we come back, we'll be answering those questions. I already have a couple of them written down, but now is your chance. So if you guys have any questions, just at Fatal Luna or at Shondacon in Twitch chat or on YouTube chat, just let us know what you guys want to know. But for now, Luminous 1-0 up versus Keratin. Game 2 coming up shortly.